Today we need to talk about Dreamhack 2014 stickers. It's an iconic sticker collection. Obviously, it's one of the oldest in the game, going on 10 years old at this point, which is just absolutely insane to even think about. Obviously, that's CSGO. Now we're in CS2, whatever. Not only was this not as Vincier, Dreamhack 2014 Hollow, the first item that I ever cash traded, so it kind of got this whole thing rolling in a really, really weird and interesting way. So it's always going to have a special place in my heart. These stickers, this sticker in specific, has been going absolutely ballistic as of late, and that's what we're going to be talking about in this video today, what to make of that whole situation. But first, of course, let me plug my cash trading business. If you guys are looking to sell any of your CS2 items, I am able to offer you quick, efficient, safe, easy cash out of your skins, items, knives, agents, literally any kind of CS2 items. Turn them into whatever payment method you want. Like I said, quickly, safely, and efficiently. Obviously, you don't have to worry about getting scammed or anything like that. You don't have to worry about waiting for stuff to sell. You don't have to worry about paying fees on different sites or whatever. Hit me up on Twitter. First link in the description below. I'm also going to have my trade link in the description. Maybe you guys want to send a trade or something like that. Whatever. We can get a deal done, and you can help support my channel and my content at the same time. So I would appreciate that a ton. With that being said, let's get right into this. So, Dreamhack 2014 is obviously, like I said, one of the oldest sticker collections in all of Counter-Strike. It's a very cool sticker collection. It's a little bit, like controversial. I know a lot of people say that it doesn't make the best crafts. Like, the stickers are maybe a little bit too big. They're a little bit too bulky. I get it. The design isn't that great. It's not that amazing. It's just kind of three squares. They're a little bit too spread out. It's a little bit too... They're just too big on certain guns and stuff like that. But then again, I have seen some very, very good Dreamhack 2014 crafts. And I think in a way, they're not so ugly because they're not like the Star Ladder stickers, and they're not like RMR. They're not like Rio. Like, they're simple. They're kind of cool. I like how the hollows have the different colors and stuff like that on them, how we can see the hollow effect on Navi and then like the Cloud9 and Ninjas in Pajamas and all that stuff. So I don't know. To me, they're endearing in a weird way. They're definitely nostalgic. They're definitely iconic. They're old. They're only getting older. They're only getting rarer. The supply's not crazy. And at certain times, they've been good and bad investments. Now, if you guys have been following this channel for a while, again, this was my first ever cash traded item, and I bought it around here, like late August. I maybe bought it around $280 or something like that, and then I sold it a week later, like the first week of September, or not even, it had to be like the last week of August, because I think I sold it for around $330, $350, somewhere in there. But then you can see this Not As Vincier sticker went absolutely insane. It went all the way up to $705 at its peak. Again, I made like a 10, 20% gain on it, something like that, but ended up doubling in the span of a couple weeks. And obviously, there's a lot of weird stuff going on. Now, some of it was probably market manipulation. Some of it was probably some artificial things. But also at the same time, you have to understand that these stickers were getting hyped up. These stickers were getting talked about. And once the prices started going up, once there's more and more buy pressure on something that's super liquid, once there's a lot of buy pressure on something that's super low quantity, like this sticker, whatever, it was $300 at the time, $250 at the time. If somebody wants to buy $1,000 or $5,000 or $10,000 of them, make a pretty sizable investment into an item like this, the price is going to go up. The price is going to go crazy. So if multiple different people at this time thought that they were a good investment or wanted to buy them, that could also be some organic or real demand, not necessarily meaning that those prices were correct or sustainable or whatever. But again, if you want to spend that money, there's only so many available. You might have to pay a little bit more. But hey, probably some market manipulation, stuff like that going on too. But it kind of gave Dreamhack 14s a bad rap for quite some time. People were just saying, oh, there's these, manipulated items. They had this fake pump, whatever. But what's very, very interesting is you can see here in the past year, this Dreamhack Navi Dreamhack 2014 Hollow is actually still up 151%. And this is after coming back down to earth after this major crash from being at $705 and coming all the way back down. And really, if you just kind of remove this outlier, if you remove this like month of September, it just kind of looks like a very, very gradual and very healthy increase over time for some of these Dreamhack 2014. So I think some people kind of put these off to the side for a little bit because they were scared of the pump or the market manipulation or whatever the heck was going on. And now quietly, they've actually been doing pretty good just throughout the entire year, and just a really, really consistent kind of upward trend. And you can see here in the last month, this Navi Hollow is up 25%. And this week, where things have really started going good, it's up 7.5%. If we look at something like the eSport Fire indexes, we can even see a little bit better this recent pump that has happened with the Dreamhack 2014 stuff. This is why it's kind of on my radar again. This is why people are talking about it again. The whole Dreamhack market went from about 2,400 to almost 2,800 from January 4th to January 6th. Now, obviously, that doesn't look like the most healthy pump in the world. That looks like, hey, maybe some weird stuff's going on again. So definitely be careful, be mindful, but at the same time, understand that I do think bordered stickers are going to have some kind of renaissance at some point in CS2, especially because there's just so many borderless stickers out there at some point. And just also understand that a lot of these older stickers are iconic, and they're going to be more and more vintage. They're going to be more and more rare. There is going to be nostalgia for them. And as people continue to get priced out more and more of stuff like Cato 14s, that money is going to be going to other places. It's going to be going to Cato 15. It's going to be going to Dreamhack 14. It's going to be going to some of these older and rare sticker sets as people are collecting them, as people are investing in them, as people are maybe wanting to craft with them or whatever, because there are definitely still people crafting with stuff like this right now. So we can take a look at what some of these other stickers have been doing. We have the Cloud9 Dreamhack 14 holo, which is cool because it's blue. You can see in the past month, it hasn't been doing as good, which is kind of weird because, again, that whole market's up like 10, 15, 20% in like a week or something, just absolutely insane. But this Cloud9 sticker is actually not doing that good. But this is just one of them. We have the Fnatic holo, which is another cool one with a nice holo effect on it, is up 14% in the past month. This thing is up 25% in the past week, but this is on very low sales numbers as well. Again, this Fnatic one, this is one that went absolutely insane. This one pumped ridiculously from $300 up to $1,200. But again, if you remove those outliers, and you can just see that this has had pretty consistent growth throughout the year, still up 260%. If you didn't have this huge jump, this would just look like a really, really good graph, and these would look like really investable items, like investment grade stuff. We have an iBuy Power in the Dreamhack 14 collection as well. This is obviously not a holo, so it's going to be a little bit less rare. It's only up 36% in the past year, but it is obviously always cool to get old iBuy Power stuff, and maybe these things will go on a little bit of a run at some point. We have the MYXMG up 57%, obviously a little bit more of a unique and interesting team and logo and sticker that comes from this collection. You have Hellraiser stuff, which is always going to be kind of cool, up 43% in the past year. This thing didn't get as much of a pump as some of the other items during some of the crazy times, but you can see what that looks like there. You have the Dignitas holo, which I do believe was one of the crazier ones. This thing went from like $300 up to $900, so it, like tripled in price. But again, still it's up 120% in the past year. And again, if you just remove those outliers, remove that one crazy period in like September of 2023, then this thing's just kind of had pretty consistent growth over the past year. And if we zoom out a little bit more, there's some spikes and some crazy times, whatever. And then here's the Ninjas in Pajamas Dreamhack holo. I know a lot of people say this is the worst holo. Obviously, a lot of people don't like the brown color and think it's kind of ugly, but I actually think it's kind of just interesting, different, unique, whatever, that it has this brown color. I think it can kind of look good on some different crafts. I know I've seen some stuff on some certain ops and stuff, but again, these stickers are a little bit big, they're a little bit bulky, they're definitely harder to craft with and stuff like that, but I've still seen some cool stuff, and I think we're going to continue to see cool stuff. These are down 36% in the past week, but still up 75% in the past year, even despite the fact that they've had this big drop off. But again, you can see here that just in general, the Dreamhack 2014 market in the past month is on a big tear. It was going down and down and down, and then it hit this big spike up, and it's coming back down again, so maybe you want to be a little bit careful. Obviously, I wouldn't necessarily be looking to buy after it has these big kind of random upward ticks that maybe it's going to have every couple of months or whatever, but there's something to keep an eye on. And when they aren't pumping and when they are dropping and people kind of forget about them, those might be some times where I'm going to consider buying into some of these stickers, especially some of the good ones, maybe in some of the cheaper ones, maybe some of the ones that I think look better, more interesting or whatever, because I do think in the long run that Dreamhack 2014 has shown, as I said, it's shown pretty consistent and pretty good gains, and like I said, I just think it has a lot of great fundamentals going for it. And again, it's 10 years old now at this point, and it's only getting older. If CS2 continues to be a game and go on forever and ever and ever, eventually these are going to be 15, 20 years old, and they're just going to get rarer, and they're still going to be cool. They're still going to be iconic. They're still going to be one of the first ever sticker sets in the game, and there's still going to be a lot of cool logos and a lot of cool stuff. So there's something to keep an eye on. So yes, they have been pumping a little bit lately. I'm not buying in at these prices. I'm not really looking to buy. They're not really on my radar quite yet. But if they stay stagnant for a little while, if the prices start to drop a little bit, whatever, who knows? I'm definitely going to be keeping my eye on some Dreamhack 2014 stuff. But yeah, just because I had that previous pump, that previous random weird period, definitely don't keep that negative sentiment about them in your mind, because they've come back down to earth, and they're maybe at a better and more attractive price point than they were a couple months ago. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Hopefully I catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.